Hey, boys and girls, this is JaRyCu here, coming at you with what will hopefully be a pretty decent series. I know I've said that like the last 5 times I've started something and never finished them and never looked back again, but this time I'm going to do this just a little bit differently. That's right, we're going to have a little bit of fun with it. We're going to do a Let's Play focused solely on Botania. That's right, this is a custom mod pack that I put together myself. It's not going to have anything else in it except for Botania. Outside of some like building mods, like Quark is in here, so I can have custom building blocks in it and have the different slabs and stuff. But for the most part, it's just going to be Botania, because Botania itself, just like Quark, are both VASCI mods, and they both add a ton of extra stuff. Now, before we get too far into this, you might wonder why I'm sitting here staring straight up at this guy looking at you all zoomed in. Well, I didn't want to show off anything yet. I wanted to just sit here and look at you. I wanted to appreciate you for who you are. Even on days when I'm having to deal with just dag-nabbit wild Crittles all over the place, you still got to just deal with life and sit there and look at it and admire how pretty it is. Even when Canadians roll through your life and you just get all curled up all about it, you just have to sit there and admire how great life can be at times. Look at that mug. Look at that mug. That face, now that I'm zoomed in, looks really horrible. I probably need to get that redone. It's been a couple of years. So, without further ado, let's get started in this world. We're going to be playing some Botania. And you notice, we've already got a house. That's right. This is probably the 5,000th Minecraft episode you've ever watched. I don't see the point in making you sit there and just watch me build a house. Again. If you want to see that, I've got other series you can go and watch me build a house. Not the most exciting thing in the world. It's just a starter house. There's not much to it. Oop, no, screenshot. There we go. It does have some pretty nifty little chicken banners on the front, because you know me and chickens. I love my chickens. That took 6 or 7 steps to make. But inside, we're going to have just basics. You know, there's a bed, there's a chest with the chicken banner in it. And you can see how I went through and put it on just like that. Empty chests. I'm not starting off anything. The only thing I've given myself after I built the house was the Botania book right here. That's it. I did not give myself anything else. There is a little starter garden here. There's 3 potatoes, 3 carrots, 3 wheat. And that's it. I don't have anything else on me. I have nothing else. I have no magical flowers. Look at the inventory. It's totally empty. Now we are using, if you look in the top left corner, we are using the 1 probe from McJady. That way we know what things are when we look at them. That's going to make things just a little bit easier once we get farther into Botania. We're using Journey Map, as you can see in the top right, because I love my Journey Map. In fact, let's go ahead and do this. We're going to go in and say home, just in case we have to go exploring. So yeah, so Botania. If you don't already have a Lexica Botania, all you have to do, there's 2 kinds. There's the green one, which contains 1 school of knowledge, and the yellow one, which contains 3 schools of knowledge. We can't get to the yellow one yet. The yellow one's going to be a little ways, 5 or 10 episodes down. But the green one, all you need is a sapling and a book. Pretty simple, right? I mean, it doesn't get much easier than that. You just make one. And then it's going to have all these really cool guides in it, and all these cool things you can do. Like there's options for it, all these different things over here. There's advancements in it. Like, I've already gotten that advancement because, I did build the house. A realistical, logical ideologist. Opening the Lexica Botania. Yay! At least I got it over here now. Then there's one for electric magic. And there's one for craft a mana pool, and I thought there was more than that, but maybe not. Okay. Then there's challenges. I want to be able to do every one of these challenges before the end of the game. So that should be fun and exciting. That one right there, I'm really looking forward to, the automated orchid. That's mining on top of the world using flowers. So I don't have to go underground anymore. That'll be kind of cool. So we're going to go through and just take this as it goes. The flower farm's the first thing we're going for. So first things first, I don't have any tools. Guess I should have thought about that, huh? Let's go on over. Guess we're going to go over here. I was just going to make some tools real quick. I did not think about this. I would have done this when I built the house. I'd have thought about it. Just give myself some basic tools. Now again, my whole goal here is simply to go through Botania. Like, I've played through Botania one time in my whole Minecraft career. One time, and I had so much fun at it. Let's turn off those. But I've never gone back through and done it again. I've never done all the challenges. So I figured today would be a good time to go ahead and get all that done. Put the book over here. Put it up here. We're just going to get some cobble real quick. Get some better tools. Ooh, look at the fog effect. That must be a quark thing. We'll get that coal in a minute. For now, I really just want to get the better tools. Okay, there's 3. It's a pick and an axe. And a sword. And a shovel. Perfect. Now, I do have fast leaf decay in here. And I do have vein miner. Because this is not a tutorial in... I'm sorry, I lost my word there for a minute. This is going to be a playthrough, not a... Ooh, I can't count today, can I? Not a sit here and let's go mining expedition kind of thing. I just wanted to get to the good stuff. Interesting. That's usually my vein miner key. Let's see. Maybe I didn't put vein miner in here. Stranger things have happened. Thought I put vein miner in here, though. Take you out of there. Just going to get a couple of torches. Perfect. Throw you up here. I am playing with shaders as well. Let's see if I can find any iron while we're in here. Oh, it's a nifty little cave there. Okay, let's get some more coal, then we're going to get started with Botania. Now, everything you saw that I used on the house was either a vanilla or quark. I didn't use anything from Botania on the house because I didn't want to use anything before I'm able to make it myself. But I really didn't want just a plain old cobblestone house with some wood siding on it because that just seemed kind of cheesy. So I figured we'd make it look just a little bit better. So we've got lanterns up here from quark. We've got these awesome trap doors. Those are actually trap doors. But I loved how they looked as windows, so we used them as that. Let's get rid of this guy. Perfect. Monster Hunter. Now, I do know the first thing you need in Botania are going to be white flowers. So before I finished building the world up and all that, I went and looked for the white mystical flowers. And they're way over here on top of the mountain. I should have put my house closer to this. But it is what it is. Let's see if there's any animals over here we need while we're at it. We've got a bed, so we don't need that. The sun is coming up, I do believe. Now, quark also gives you different varieties of pig. They're all just pigs. The bars on the top are from another Vasky mod called Neat, N-E-A-T, Neat. Man, I figured if I was going to do Botania, I might as well just Vasky the whole thing out. He's my favorite mod maker. And he also hops into a Twitch stream that I'm a moderator for now. You probably heard me talk about Jansey on past videos. J-A-N-S-E-Y. Oh, there we go. Bam, sky beginning. Not sun, looks like it's going down, not up. Uh-oh. Ooh, alpacas. So I know there's, it's going to grab green ones while we're over here. I got an axe, so we should be okay. No better time than now to get flowers when you find them. But I do know that from what he said inside the Twitch stream that pretty much Botania is feature complete, so there's not going to be any new features and all that. So what you see is what you get. Made me a little sad because I loved following Botania through the years. That little black pig right there scares me to death at night. Ooh, man, my house is like a lighthouse at night. Look at that thing. I always love to see the new features he would add to it, though. Red flowers. I don't have any food. All right. See if we can get over here without dying. What was talent? Oh, that's for the candles. Okay. Yeah, I'll show you the candles when we get back inside the house. Ooh, black ones. Those will come in handy. Blue ones. Creeper. Oh, that was not good. I'll fix that later. There's actually a wand that we'll be able to make later on where we can fix that. Let's see if I can sleep. Yes, I can. Okay. Get a sip of coffee while the day resets. And I guess we should go in and cook some of this, right? Okay. Let's get a pork chop so I can refill my health bar. There we go. There would be a witch out here. Okay, glass bottles. Can't beat that. All right, so the first thing we're going to do, let's go and look at the book real quick. We'll just take our time and go through it. Now, the way I backed up, I just right-clicked anywhere in the book and it lets you back up. So basics and mechanics. It actually has a little tutorial if you want to go through it. It tells you about the mystical flowers, of which we've already found a couple. Now we need a petal apothecary, which is pretty simple. You can use your mouse wheel to scroll backwards and forwards. The book is probably the best guidebook in all of Minecraft, all of modded Minecraft. It's a great, great book to really teach you how the mod works. So we're going to use this to make certain flowers. And it shows you here, that's what it's going to look like. Let's see, we will need a water bucket, some petals, and some seeds. That's all pretty simple, right? Now you can also use it as a trash can. If you put lava in it, it will dispose of things. And you can also throw vines in it to make it look a little bit different. There's all kinds of cool stuff. Let's see. All right, so this is how we make it. You need any of the petals, or underground there's magical mushrooms too. 2 slabs and 4 pieces of cobble. Did not get quite enough. Let's get a little more cobble. We will need some iron here, so I may have to pause, get some iron, and come back to it. In fact, let me do that really quick. I'm going to find some iron, and then we'll resume the video. I'll be right back. All right, I'm looking for iron, and look what I found right out in the open. Ooh, somebody's shooting me. Oh, there he is. Kamikaze attack. Ooh. Gosh, I gotta fix that lighting too. The iron, there's a little bit of iron. Pumpkins. Ooh, and a cyan rune. Those are nifty. Alright, so now we know we have a spawner, so we can actually make our own XP farm later. And there's even cool flowers to help out with that, so I'll show you how that works. But I just want to show you that. I just ran over here. The house is right there because I figured there'd be some exposed iron up in here. All right, so let me go back to find an iron, and I'll be right back. All right, finally. As you can see, we finally found some iron ore. So there's my 3 cooked. Let's go to bucket really quick. 1, 2, 3. Bucket. Okay, so let's go out here, and let's make some things. So the first thing we're going to make is going to be called the petal apothecary. We're going to do this. We're going to get a bucket of water, and I'm going to show you how this baby works. You need slabs. Oh, good, there's a flower right there. We'll use that one. So if you have a regular flower, not a too-high flower, but a regular flower, just throw it in your grid, you get 2 leaves back. And here's a little secret that I didn't figure out for the first year I'll play Botania. You can take these leaves, plant them in the ground, and see how it's sparkly right there? If you bone meal that, another flower grows out of it. So one of these can turn into a ton of them. So if you need a bunch of them, you can do it like that and have just a quick and dirty petal farm. Now, when you bone meal them, they grow into a 2-high, like this right here. If you break a 2-high, you get nothing. You have to have shears, and you have to shear it down. 1-high, you can whack it. 2-high, have to have shears. Don't forget that. It's kind of important. So we're going to take, let's just type it in, apothecary. And there's different versions of it. It'll be a while before we get to the types of stone that can make these things. So we're going with the plain one for now. So you need 4 cobbles, 2 slabs, and some kind of flour. Bam. Now we got that. Now what I like to do with this, just because it makes it easier, is I like to just throw it in the water. It's just so much easier that way. Because what you're going to be doing later on is you're going to use the bucket, throw it in, use the bucket, throw it in, use the bucket, throw it in. So if you have this way up there on the land, well, guess what? You got to run down here and get water. Run down here and get water. Blah, blah, blah. You get the idea, right? So we're going to skip over all that right there. Now, alternately, you could make an infinite water source up there. But, nah, not this time. I may do that between episodes, but for now, I'm pretty happy with it. Okay, so we got our petal apothecary. So, next thing we need is going to be a pure daisy. Well, for that, we need white flowers and seeds. So let's get some seeds. Now, if you notice, there's some seeds right there. In the middle of the screen, anytime I point at something, it says left shift question mark, right? So if you do that on a vanilla block, it just says grass block at the Minecraft wiki. Woo. But if you point at something in Botania, petal apothecary, which you use to make the flowers, and you right click and it goes straight to that page. And it tells you all about it. Pretty nifty, right? So that can be handy if there's something that you just don't get. You can use that to look it up. Now, unfortunately, I left the white flowers here in the chest. I collected a bunch of stuff when I was looking for iron. Perfect. 2 of those is good enough. Oh. Shut the door. There we go. Okay, so here's the first flower we make. Let's go ahead and put the water in there. Check. We need 4 of those, one of those. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice in the middle of the screen it showed the recipe. Bam. Add seeds. Got a flower. Right there we got a pure daisy. Now a pure daisy is pretty neat. Let's go, I want to get 3 more pieces of wood, so let's go over here. The pure daisy is used for a bunch of stuff. At the very beginning, got a sunflower. That sunflower will come in handy later. Let's find us a good open space, somewhere semi-close to the house. There we go. So you take this guy, you throw it down, and you're going to use it to make your starter materials. Now, don't ever throw away seeds, because you use seeds to make all the other flowers in the game. By the way, check this out. Left shift, creator of living wood, living rock, among other things. So this tells you about the pure daisy right here. You put wood and or stone next to it, and it converts it to living wood and living rock. Just like this. Then you can use that to make more stuff. So let's do this first. It doesn't matter if you have them sitting up, if you have them placed sideways, it does not matter. So you put them down and see how they're all sparkly now? That's because that flower, the pure daisy, is infusing the magical, mystical stuff into the wood. Now you can't put cobblestone, it's got to be actual stone around it. In addition, you can go and put the flower next to the water at the same height as the water, so like dig out a little square. And any water source blocks around it will turn into snow blocks. That's kind of nifty. It comes in handy. Now I'm going to leave the wood over here so you can still see it. Let's see if it tells you all the other stuff in here. You can turn netherite to cobblestone, soul sand into sand, ice into packed ice, and water into snow. And this can be automated as well using just Botania, or if you're in a full mod pack, you can automate it using refined storage, applied energistics. Virtually any way you can think of it can be automated. Oop, there it goes, changing now. And you still just use your axe to chop it up. Okay, let's see if I have any cobblestone left over, because I was cooking some steak. Cobble. There we go, cobble. Oh, and the rest of the iron too. Let's cook that up. Okay, we've got this. So, the first thing we're going to need, let's put you back in here for now. I want one of these. We need 2 of these. So these are called living wood twigs. And this tells you on here how to make it. So just in case you're curious, there's the recipe. That's where I got it from. Any 3x3 crafting grid, or 2x2 for the twigs. We'll make that. Actually, I need 1 more. You need 3 for this. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. And flowers. I chose to go with purple because purple's my favorite color. Now you can use any 2 petals you want right here. See how it gives me purples here? Watch this. Let's say I wanted to do one like this. I could do this. Now it's, what color is that? Light blue and purple. I'll swap it around. Now it's purple and light blue. However I want it to be, it's going to be. Actually, I kind of like that. Let's do that. Now we have a wand of the forest. That's the initial magic wand for Botania. Pretty nifty, right? We're moving along here, boys and girls. But you never thought you'd actually see me make progress this fast in an episode, huh? Let's go over here and let's do the next thing, because we need this to transform. Now don't worry, we're going to work on all this in a little bit too. I'll probably have to go cow hunting in between episodes. I mean, I hear them all over the place. So I need some more leather. We're going to make what I call the lawnmower horn. Because the lawnmower horn is amazing. So this whole process here of changing things takes roughly 60 seconds. You can time it out, but I want to say it's like exactly 60 seconds. Okay, there's a creeper hiding over there. It sounds like there's a cave under us. I don't see said creeper. Huh, okay. I don't know where the creeper is. But we're going to use this to make the next thing we need. And how much of this? We're going to need more of that too. Now we got living rock. Yay! Let me pause the video and finish cutting down this tree, and I'll be right back because we need a lot more wood. Alright guys, I had to come back to let you know some things have progressed. You notice there's a death marker there. There's a death marker there. Underground. You see my Y level under the mini map. I'm at Y15. I looked ahead and realized that we needed gold to do the beginning stuff in Botania. I completely forgot about that. Oops, my bad. So I came down here just to get some gold and met my death a couple times over. Not my proudest moment. Needless to say. So now what I'm working on, I got killed by a skeleton and then blown up by a creeper, by the way, if you're wondering how those deaths occurred. So now I want to get to these diamonds right here. I don't even know where my pick is. But that's why I came back. I wanted you to see me get the diamonds. You didn't think I cheated diamonds in from somewhere. Ooh. Let's make sure I can get out of here before I go through and do this. No, you cannot do that. Can't see more diamonds in there. Okay, let's get out of here before that creeper decides to come kill me like all the rest of them did. Alright guys, I'll meet you back on the surface. Alright, and we're back. Not very happily back, but we're back nonetheless. So, I made ladders to get down because it's easier than building a stair step. You know, traditional, go forward 2, go down 1, or go down 2, go forward, you know, however that works. That's a lot easier. Let's see, just get this, get this, get this. And I'm cooking the gold now. That's way more than enough. Okay, so where's my book? There's my book. Don't need the arrows at present. I did grab one of these mushrooms while I was down there, because that's a newer addition. I've never played with the mushrooms before. Sprinkling some floral powder on mushrooms seems to mutate them into the color of the powder. Interesting. Alright, so the next thing we need to make 2 things. We need something to hold mana in, which is called a mana pool. You just make a smiley face out of the blocks. Then we need something. Oh, look, we got another achievement too, by the way. Woohoo, achievements. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. Then we need something to shoot mana at the mana pool. We get that by taking any color petal, a gold ingot, and 6 living wood, just pieces of living wood. And it creates a mana spreader. So let me show you how I set this up. Make sure there's no creepers around. Perfect. And I started a little impromptu tree farm out here too because I got tired of running over there trying to chop stuff down. Where's a good spot? There's a creeper right there. I knew there'd be one out here. Got him. Okay, and I went ahead and I made an infinite water pool, infinite water source, and moved this over here closer to this just so it'd be, you know, easier. So let's go put this down over here because we're going to start generating some mana. And while I was down there dying and mining and dying and mining and dying again, you see the death notices are directly under us. I did happen to get some redstone, which was good. And I also got some lapis, so we can do some enchanting later on. Okay, so you put down the mana pool. This is the way I prefer to do it. Now, the way this thing works, notice it's got sides to it, it's got a back to it, top and a bottom, and it's got an open end right here. The first thing you use the wand for is you can use this, hold down shift, right click, and see how the bounding boxes are outlined, and then right click where you want it to point, and bam. As long as you're holding the wand, you're going to see sample mana. That's not real mana. That just shows you which direction it's shooting in. So I could shoot it over that way if I wanted to. Now you do have to be able to click it on something, so you can't just wave it in the air. There it goes. Now what I prefer to do with it's a little bit different from that. I prefer to do this with it. Have it up in the air like this, and have it shooting straight down. And the reason I do that is I can put what are called generating flowers around it, and then they all shoot up to it, so I can maximize how much stuff is around it. To me, that's always made more sense ever since I figured that out. That's going to bother me. Let's go and kill those waypoints that I've shown you I died a couple times. Remove, because I did manage to get all my stuff. Alright, so now we have that. So now we need to be able to make mana. So the very last thing we're going to do with this, so you have functional flora and generating. Generating, well, generate. They make mana. Endoflames make it from burning things. Entropinia makes it from TNT. Glomerulus eats things. Hydrangeas make it from water. Are these still? Let's see. Okay. Hydrangeas are fleeting. They'll decay after 1 hour, which kind of sucks a little bit, but you know, it's okay. It'll be okay. Oh, I didn't mean to close that yet. Can we make a hydrangea? We need 2 blue, 2 cyan. Let's see if I grab those colors. I think I did actually. Because then I can show you how this works. 2 of those. 2 of those. Perfect. 2 of you. 2 of you. You know what? Since we got this, I'll show you another little secret before we end the episode. Okay, we got 2 seeds. Perfect. All right. Watch this now. This is something else the apothecary does for you. Okay, first, put the water in it. And we need 2 of these. 2 of these. Bam, hydrangea. Put more water in it. Then with an empty hand, right click, and it automatically puts the ingredients you need back into it. Bam! And we got another achievement, didn't we? Yes, we did make a generating flower. All right. So remember, these flowers are temporary. They're not going to last forever. So don't expect them to last forever. What we need to do is, we're going to put one right here, one right here, and they have to be beside, if you notice the picture in the book, an infinite water pool. So the way they have it set up is a little bit different from how I was going to do it. It looks like, what, 3 right there? Or 2? I was going to do this. I think I'll put my shovel up. I'm going to do one of these real quick. You know, there's water right there, isn't it? Now, you don't put the flower in the water, you just put it down next to the water. Like so. Drop it in there, so it's got little bubbles coming out of it. I'm going to check and see where it's going. And see if you look at it, right click on it. So it's got a mana spreader with a little check mark. That way you know it's going somewhere. Now if you can get where you can see it. There we go. See the mana spreader right there? It just looks like a mana spreader. But if I go down here at just the right angle, and the sun doesn't do that. Well, rewind the video a few seconds and you'll see where that was actually highlighted, showing you which one it goes to. This one's not doing anything, so there's no bubbles coming off of it. Bubbles, no bubbles. That's because we have to give it water. Now these things will die off after, I think it's 3 in-game days or 1 real-world hour. Oh, I see what I'm doing. I shouldn't have put it down first. Because it's eating that source block as soon as I put it down. Oh, and you see that? This has a certain limit. See how it's filling up gradually with mana? Actually, not very gradually. That's pretty fast. Once it gets to, I can't remember if it's to the quarter point, it shoots the mana into here. Now this thing holds a ton of mana. Like, it will take a long time to fill it up. Luckily, you don't have to fill it up. Very luckily, you don't have to fill it up. But I think that's pretty good for one episode now. I've shown you how to make generating flowers. Very basic ones. We're going to make ones, that's the only ones left in Botania that don't last forever. Now, the other ones have different limitations on them, so we will come out to those. Like I was saying, you have, and there's more than this. There's actually 2 pages of them. But we have to get to the Botania books that have more information in them first. So endoflames burn things and generate mana by burning things. Entropiniums do it with TNT. Notice those take runes. We haven't gotten to runes yet. We'll be doing those pretty soon. Glomerulus eats things. And the amount of time it takes to digest a delicacy depends on its nutritional value, or the amount of hit points it returns. So A single steak produces more mana than 2 apples. So that takes more runes too. And the runes are tiered, so we'll have to get into those. Munch dews are leaves. Literally just put a tree on top of them and it eats the leaves off of them. You will not get saplings from it though, unfortunately. Yeah, no saplings, no leaf blocks, no nothing else. No apples, nothing else comes out of that. But it generates a ton of mana. Then you have the Rosa Arcana, which, let's see, it takes experience of players on the ground around it, turning it into mana. So this one you want to use inside a mob farm. So like you can stand near it and it takes the XP off of you, or you can put it in a XP farm, just like that spider spawner we found. And that will eat that and turn that into mana. And you have thermal lilies, which are just like hydrangeas, except they use lava. Now the catch with lava is it's not infinite like water. Now this one needs a timer on it. So for example, it produces mana for 45 seconds, then it has a 5-minute cooldown. So if you put more lava beside it within that 5 minutes, it resets the cooldown, and you waste the lava, and you waste all of it, because it won't make any more mana. So it's kind of automatable, but not really. Okay, let me go in here and sleep real quick, and then I think we'll call it a day. Guys, I appreciate y'all coming out. I plan on releasing a couple, 3 of these videos a week. And I would like to say thank you to 2 different people. Person number 1 would be JaRyCu, of course. I told him I was thinking about doing this, and he encouraged me to go ahead and do it. And the second would be Crittles, the half Canadian, half American terror of Twitch. That's right, Crittles. I called you a terror. I have a hard time saying that word because us Southerners don't like to use R's. That was a thing. That's pretty neat. Huh. So, if you'd like to follow either one of them on Twitch, simply go to twitch.tv/JaNCy, J-A-N-C-Y. Or if you want to follow Crittles, who I highly recommend it because she has an extremely entertaining stream, go to twitch.tv/Crittle, C-R-I-T-T-L-E 888. And you'll be able to tune in and watch her as well. So guys, until next video, this has been episode 1 of JaRyCu Does Botania for 1.12.2. I'll see you later.